Subscribe to our YouTube channel now. Hit the bell to receive a notification when we upload new videos. Thank you. Hi everyone and welcome back to our channel. This is the VA channel with Dolores, and we have a new segment that we are actually have already started this last week, and this is we call this Ask Dolores. I receive questions from all of the aspiring VAs that we have in our community, and today I'll be answering one of those that I have received, and I feel like this is something that is going to be helpful for a lot of newbies and those who are really wanting to become a home-based professional or a virtual assistant or a remote worker. So whatever the title will be, basically a virtual assistant is someone who works from their home or an office area, because there are virtual assistants who also work from offices. And in our case, as a virtual assistant, I work from home. So this is a question that I feel like it's going to help a lot of newbies. The question goes like, I would not mention her name because she asked to be anonymous. The question is, I would like to know or to ask how a newbie in a virtual assistant job like her could penetrate the market when most employers always require an application or an applicant to have experience in their job postings. She attended a training of mine, and I mentioned to her that sometimes you really have to stand out even if you don't have that experience. And it's really a challenge when you say, how do you stand out? Okay. So basically, that's her question. She said that she even took a certification for Zero, which is an accounting software, because she's an accountant. And as still right now, it's a challenge for her to find a client. There's no perfect formula for this kind of a question. It's really something that, as a an experienced virtual assistant or a professional for whatever it is that you do, we always have to find ways in making sure that what you aspire or what you are um, looking forward to do, it's something that you are passionate about. Remember when we were in college or before we entered college, we thought about the course or the degree that we would like to take up or to enroll to make sure that when you graduated from that degree, it is something that you are planning to be doing in your career. So let's say you want to become a lawyer. Of course you're not going to enroll yourself in the engineering side of it. So this is something that it's going to take time, but as you are waiting, as you're making your I mean, right now, if you doesn't have the position yet or the job yet, I think it's vital that you still continue to learn, and you can be creative. You can be creative in such a way that you can showcase your abilities, your knowledge in such in a position that they would really listen to you. Sometimes we know it's a standard that they look for someone who has the experience, because it's easier that way, because they don't have to explain to you, they don't have to train you, because you exactly know what you're going to do. But sometimes the opportunity is already there, but because of the hurdle of not having that experience, can cost you a lot. And in this case, this is what our the one asking the question is experiencing right now. And I'm sure it's not only her who's experiencing this. Even I myself, I experienced this way back when I was starting with this career. I questioned myself, what can I do? How can I showcase my talents, my abilities, and how can I make sure that they would be able to listen to me, and that I can showcase what I really know and tell them that you don't have to worry about hiring me, because um, definitely I will perform to the best of my abilities. Sometimes the question of showcasing or telling them that you can really perform the tasks and responsibilities, it's how we answer the question as well. For example, in most cases when an HR manager or a recruiter is interviewing you, they would ask questions such as, um, "Do you know how to use this thing?" or "Do you know this? How do we hire you?" or why should we hire you?" To that effect. It's something that they're not asking directly, "Why should we hire you?" But the essence of the questioning or asking you that question is somehow into that effect. So it's really up to you as a candidate or an applicant to showcase how to answer that in such a way that even if you lack the experience of working as a virtual assistant, but you have the experience before, prior to thinking of moving into this career, then you really have to prepare. It's how you showcase yourself. Sometimes, not sometimes, most it should be part of your strategy when you're applying for a position, that you practice how you are going to express yourself, that you practice how you're going to tell them or show them that I may not have the experience right now, but this is what I can bring to the table. Something that they can see that potential from you, and that they can sense that you really are not applying because of the needs or of the need that you need the money, but you are applying because you feel like you are the right candidate or the right person for that position, and you are passionate, not just passionate, but you are really into that job or position that you're applying for, because you feel like you can contribute to the client or to the company or whatever it is that you're targeting to apply for. Make them feel that you are envisioning yourself to grow with them, not just to take advantage of the situation because you need a job, you need money because of the situation. It's really something that you have to forecast, or you have to set a goal. Setting a goal from the time that you are applying is really important, because when you fail, most of the time when we fail, we feel like we're getting stuck, and the feeling of you don't want to go on, you feel like getting depressed is going to take its toll. And that's one thing that we should be avoiding. So if you have the right plan, you have the right strategies, you feel like you're confident enough to answer tough questions, you have to prepare for tough questions. And this is sometimes where we fail, because since we are not preparing for how do you sell yourself, even if you feel like you do not have that experience, but you feel that you have the capabilities, you are qualified. How do you showcase that? That is something that is missing from most of us. I myself, I've learned this the hard way, and from that moment on, I told myself that you really have to not outsmart them, because that's not good, but you really have to be smart enough to understand that they're looking for someone who can stay with the position, who can perform the responsibilities, not having to worry if this person is telling us the truth or not. From the moment that you're applying, show them what you've got. Not in a way you're bragging, but at least you are showcasing it in a way that you've devoted time, you've committed time to learn something, because you know that this is a different industry. You have that experience before, but you feel like that experience is not an equivalent to what they're looking for. That's why you enhance yourself, making yourself a certified to something. That it's not just enough from there. You have to really practice it, making them feel comfortable that you know what you're talking about. For example, in this case, this person who asked questions, she's into accounting, so she said that she's a certified zero user. During the course of an interview, if you're applying for a position like that and it was asked of you, how do you know to use zero, or do you know how to use zero, maybe you would just say yes, because I'm a certified user for zero, but not elaborating what you exactly know about it, how you can help the client with it, what exactly what did you discover using zero, what do you think is the disadvantage and advantages of zero. So making them understand that you just didn't have the paper, because it's easy to have the paper. Actually, you can just take a training, and the certification will just come to you after um, completing the training. But the question is, did you really understand what you trained for? Did you really grasp the understanding of what you have learned from this training that you have attended? Yes, you are certified, but were you able to express that understanding of how this software is being used? What's the difference of this software to the other software? Somehow to that, I mean, showing them that you really have the knowledge of this software, and don't just say yes, I am a certified zero or whatever QuickBooks software. So don't end from there. Tell them a story. The reason why I made myself I got a certification for zero is because of the fact that through the years of my work experience, I have been an accountant or bookkeeper, blah blah blah. I've used Excel, and never did I thought that there are software out there that is available and it could make my life easier. When I discovered that Zero is there, QuickBooks is there, I really jumped into it and find how it will help me perform my duty or my responsibilities or whatever, to make it easier. And I really love it because basing on my experience using Excel before, these are my challenges. And when I used zero, I discovered, wow, I can do this, I can do that in just a quick, efficiency is something that I love because it's providing me more time to understand to analyze something or whatever. It's giving me more time to be productive because I don't have to do this. It's already a given formula here, something like that. It's just an example. It's being creative is very important. That's how you will really stand out. But don't be too creative in such a way that you will be out of this world. You stay in focus, you stay in the topic, within the topic that you want to explore, and express who you are and what you do and what you love to do. So I think the skills is just a skill, but attitude, presentation, feeling confident, who you are is very important, and that's the vital, and that's the essential of having the interview. So if you will not focus on the holistic approach and just focusing on the skills, I don't think you will be able to make it if you're not balancing both. But for the companies, of course, we cannot blame them if they would require the experience. We know why. Basically, they don't have the time to train someone else. But that feeling of thinking, will I train this person, can really be. It would lessen if we can provide them and show them that you don't have to worry about me. Even if I do not have the experience, I've prepared myself for this. I understand basically what the virtual assistant does, my expectations of this, whatsoever. So show them, tell them that you are ready for it, and just don't tell them. When you say it, you have to mean it. I mean, you have to um, show them that you're saying it from your heart and not just saying it because you need a job. Okay, you just have to be truthful. So that's it for me today. I will answer another question next time, and I hope this answer, the question that I have asked, the question that I have today that I answered, can be really helpful for you guys. I know it's challenging. I myself also experienced this thing. So you just have to discover within you. We just have to be, again, creative. What should I do? This is where I fail. How do I improve this? How do I make my weaknesses or my weakness as a strength? It's really a challenge. But if you're not going to face it and you're not going to work on it, even how many tips you would be reading or listening to, if you're not helping yourself improve that, I don't think it will really work. Okay, so practice makes perfect. It's a passe saying, but at the end of the day, if you get to realize it, it's a powerful quote or saying. I believe that because you cannot be an expert if you have not gone through it, if you have not failed, and if you've not learned it, and you will become an expert on it because you consistently learn how to improve your ways on it. Okay, so thank you so much. Please check other videos that we have here on our channel, and watch out for the next video that I will be, or another question I will be answering by next week, God willing. And please subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to subscribe here so that you can, and do not forget to hit the bell button so you get a notification every time we upload something new. Okay, so thank you. God bless you all. Stay nice and stay safe.